Hey you guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Trey, and before I get into my little video, I want to tell everybody thanks for coming to the live stream, whoever all came. I know it was like a little surprise little live stream. I really wasn't planning on doing a live stream, but I decided, hey, why not? Of course, this was to thank 800 subscribers. Thank you very much. Hopefully I get 200 and I'll have 1,000, and then hey, we'll go from there, right? That'll be the next goal, right? But I want to talk about this defense of Hollywood, it seems like, or entertainment, and it's starting to sort of annoy me, to be honest. And I'm not saying that people aren't entitled to their opinion. They're entitled to their opinion. Just like I'm about to make this video entitled to my opinion about whatever's going on, how I disagree with it, whatever, and stuff like that. But I'm really getting annoyed where we have people that keeps trying to defend the nonsense of the entertainment industry or Hollywood in general. At some point, you gotta start putting some blame on Hollywood itself. I never quite understand where people keep talking about, oh, it's not their fault, or they don't have to do this and that or whatever and stuff like that. On the contrary, they do have to do a lot of stuff, because like it or not, they're in a customer service industry almost as well. Because if you make a movie or a show that has a fan base, and you know it has a fan base, and you get an IP that has fans part of it, they do expect some stuff from it. And when you don't deliver that, you can't get mad that they don't want to deal with it or whatever. But I'm noticing a lot of people, all of us, on YouTube or on social media, feeling for them, talking about, oh, they don't have to do that, they don't have to do this or whatever and stuff like that, and oh, cry about it more, or you should be thankful that they did this anyway or whatever. And I'm just like, that's not how any of this works. That's not how you look. I don't know how to tell folks this, but when you're asking for people's money to watch something or support something, you're in the service of them. I don't know what make people think that they're not in the service of people, but they are. And this needs to kind of stop, where we're putting the blame on fans a lot more and trying to say, oh, it's nothing but toxic fandom. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that there's no toxicity in fandom, but at some point you gotta look at self and be like, look, we screwed up. I mean, Hollywood needs to be like, look, we screwed up, we messed up bad, and we can course correct, or we can keep on with this nonsense. And they keep going on with the nonsense. At some point, you guys got to realize it can't keep being the fans' fault or the entitlement, because it's been proven that they are making less and less money over time. They are getting less residuals from a lot of this stuff. That is a fact. No matter how much you wanna pretend like it's not, or oh, it's just man babies or whatever and stuff like that. It can be man babies all the hell it want to, but clearly the audience doesn't agree with a lot of the stuff that's been going on with Hollywood. That's why ratings are declining. That's why movies aren't getting as much profit as they could. That is why a lot of merchandise isn't selling like it should, because of the nonsense. So all the people that's not buying the stuff, they're incels, or they're homophobes, or they're part of the problem or whatever. Nah, I'm sorry. That doesn't work for me. I'm sorry. That just doesn't make any logical sense to me. I ain't never seen nothing crazy like that before in my life. At some point, like I said, you gotta look at self and figure out what's going on right now. That's all I'm saying. Because it just doesn't make sense how everything is going right now, especially with this fandom. And I just get tired of, let's hide behind fans and let's blame them when things go wrong, even though when they announce the stuff, people are talking, fans are saying, hey, no, this isn't going to work. You are being warned by old creators or producers, hey, you should course correct this stuff, and you don't, and then you get mad when the stuff turns out not how you want it to turn out, and then you say, oh, it's because it's toxic trolls or man babies or whatever and stuff like that. You do realize there are women who are also part of these fandoms that you love to try to call out on stuff like that too. What happened to the Me Too movement, and what happened to Believe All Women or whatever? There are women who didn't like a lot of the changes in Doctor Who, Star Wars, Star Trek, DC, and Marvel, yet y'all still want to be like, oh, it's nothing but white man babies or homophobes or racists and stuff like that. Everybody can't be that. Everybody can't be that. Especially your main audience, and you cul-de-sac this new audience where you're not, they're not longevity. They're not longevity because they're just there because you taught them not to care about the lore, not to care about the history of the franchise. You told them, hey, screw everything. We're going to do this brand new thing, and we can care less about the old school fans who've been keeping stuff around. Yeah, that makes logical sense. But then complain about they're not buying our stuff, they're not watching our stuff, they're not supporting our stuff. What's going on? You already got your answer though. But this defense of oh, it's nothing but Hollywood. I mean, it's nothing but the fandoms, and hiding behind toxic fandom as an excuse. Oh, every time they get criticism, then they want to go and be like, they want to take the most extreme people who comes out of nowhere and like threatens them or something like that, and be like, oh, they threatened this. Boo-hoo. Get over yourself. Get over yourself. Get over yourself. I'm so sick of hiding behind defensive of not taking criticism. You screwed up. Just admit it. Take your loss and admit it. I know y'all been to school before. I know when things go wrong, the teacher be like, sometimes you have to admit your failures. Admit your failure. You got an F on the assignment. You did not understand the assignment, and you tried to make the assignment work for you, and it doesn't work for you. There's no shame in that. But to constantly continues to think that, oh, we need to put the blame on the fans, and then for y'all never to admit nothing, and then you got people making videos trying to defend the dumb changes. Look, when majority folks say they don't like it, you can't sit up there and be like, oh, it's nothing but toxic trolls, man babies, or whatever and stuff like that. People are showing you in real time that they don't like this stuff. That is a truth. How many videos? There are way more videos talking bad about these franchises changes than there is good videos. Like, come on now. And then the good videos almost ignore every criticism that people were having. Was talking about, oh, it's just people just being upset or whatever and not understanding the genius. No, don't think people are that damn stupid. People are smart enough to understand, especially when they correct you with the goddamn lore of the history of these characters or these franchises or these IPs. Trust me, fans ain't as stupid as y'all think, and don't try to sit up there and try to be like, some people don't understand. Yeah, granted, there are certain movies where you can pull that off, or certain shows or certain whatever. You can pull that oh, you don't understand. But 9 times out of 10, most people understand. 9 times out of 10, most people do understand what's going on. I'm not saying that it can't happen, but, to sit up here and try to be like, oh, it's their property, they're allowed to do what they want with it. Yeah, you're right, they are allowed to do whatever they want with the franchise or the property or whatever and stuff like that. But understand that there are consequences to those actions as well. So when you decide, hey, for Last of Us 2, I'm going to kill Joel off the last 30 minutes. I'm going to kill Joel off in the last 30 minutes. In the first 30 minutes of the game. And you're going to be playing with this swole bitch, Abby, that we never promoted at all, as a playable character. But we pushed Joel and Ellie together in this game, in the trailers, clearly. Oh, but the fans are just crazy. The fans are just crazy for being upset. well, you knew Joel was gonna die. Yes, people knew Joel was gonna die, but not the first damn 30 minutes of the goddamn game. And not from a character that we've never seen before, was never promoted at all, that we're playing with. The same thing with goddamn what's the other one? The He-Man stuff. It's a sequel to the original Master of the Universe for the old school fans. Okay, cool. Technically, it's not really a sequel, and He-Man's gonna step aside for Teela and stuff like that. Well, he doesn't do any stepping over. It's a show all about He-Man and the Masters of the Universe and stuff like that. Yet you kill him off in the first fucking episode. And then we focus on Teela for the remaining 4. Make that make sense. Fans can't be crazy when you false advertise your product. I don't understand that. That's another thing. Y'all always trying to defend Hollywood when it comes to that kind of nonsense. But when they false advertise, they false advertise. Call them out on the shit. Because you're tricking people into believing something, that the reason why they showed up for something, or the reason why they want to put money or support into something, is because you said that this is going to happen, this is what it's going to be, and then they get there and y'all want to keep subverting expectations. Look, subverting expectations is okay every once in a while, but y'all keep doing that like a one-trick pony that people are tired of. They're tired of it. They are tired of it. People are telling you in real time that they don't like it. And you guys keep thinking that y'all doing something almighty for whatever cause or whatever. And you're not. And it's okay. It's okay. But you need to sometimes course correct. And sometimes you need to give the fans what they ask for. Not what you think they want. And stop preaching. Jesus Christ, stop preaching. I mean, like I said, fans are showing you in real time what they don't like, what they don't want. And y'all still trying to hide behind access media, the shields, the defense, the YouTubers who defend them, or the people on the internet that defend them, or whatever, and stuff like that. And y'all create this rift between fandoms. Why do something like that? Like, for instance, normies don't know a goddamn thing about Marvel characters. So why the hell you feel the need to change everything about the goddamn Marvel characters to accommodate their asses? I'm sorry. I'm confused on how the hell that worked. Your goal is to make movies for the fans, not for people who don't care about the franchises. It's like business 101. But apparently nobody went to business school. Apparently nobody understands how sales or understand how fandom, how IP works, because everybody think they can do whatever the hell they want to. Just like, instance, these writers from Marvel and DC come into these characters and completely overhauls them to the point where they're unrecognizable and people are confused, like, what the hell is this? You know what I'm saying? But then want to try to blame it's the fans' fault for not buying the shit. As I recall, if you don't like my politics, don't buy my book. Done, bitch. Done. If you don't like the changes, it's not meant for you. Okay, cool. Done. Wait, comic book shops are closing at accelerated rate. Comic book 30,000 is apparently a success nowadays, when that would have got you canceled a long time ago. Let's see, they can't really make any sales unless they do a relaunch, a reboot of number ones with the variant issues. You have to gouge the price cover, because the people that used to read the comic books aren't reading them anymore, because you don't price them out or you don't push them aside for some kind of agenda. But yet, yeah, it's the fans' fault. It's the fans' fault for not liking this stuff. I just don't get it. I just don't get it how y'all can still keep sitting up here defending Hollywood. It's time for them to put on big boy pants and start, being responsible for their actions. They need to. This whole thing about where they don't have to do anything or whatever and stuff like that. They're allowed to do whatever they want to or whatever and stuff like that. No. That's the problem. We don't let them do enough of whatever they wanted to do. Now we're stuck in this mess. And that's why they're doing less and less well. They're not doing successfully well. Y'all want to try to bring out prices or whatever, but not including inflation, not including the marketing price, not including, like, there is a lot of factors that go on to make this stuff a success, that a lot of these movies aren't really successful like that. Not anymore. Especially, y'all ain't taking consideration of the budget. Y'all ain't taking consideration of the special effects that it costs. Y'all not taking consideration of the actors' salary or their budget or their 5% to 10% cut depending on what they got off the box office. Then you're not thinking about what the box office takes off as well. Like, you guys see that, oh, well, this Marvel movie made $1 billion. That means this is a success. Is it really? Because if the movie costs $500 million to make, is it really a success? Then the marketing costs almost about another $350 million. Then special effects, then the actor's salary, then the cut that the movie theaters get. Yeah, on average, yeah, it made back its budget, but is it viable? And 9 times out of 10, the answer is no. It is what it is. But let's stop trying to hide behind that kind of stuff or whatever, especially when we know that numbers can be tweaked. That's all I'm saying. But this whole let's keep defending Hollywood and they can continue to do what they want to do or whatever, it's just not viable anymore. We need to call them out on their bullshit, because if we call them out, they can make some course corrects. Sitting up here and be like, well, I like it and stuff like that. That's great that you like it, but if majority people ain't liking it, what's the point? What is the point? Why sit on Hollywood's what and ride it when everybody else is walking away from it? Like I said, everybody can't be homophobe, racist, basement dweller, man babies, all that nonsense. They can't be. They just can't be. It's not possible. It's time for Hollywood to reflect and look at self. That's all I'm saying. Look at self and figure out what's going on with them. Because like I said, it can't be a coincidence that a lot of this stuff is starting to fail more and more over time. It's a slow decline. You may not see it right now, but they're bleeding. These companies are bleeding money. And they think that if they can go up on prices, it'll work. At some point, you're going to hit that ceiling. You're going to hit that ceiling where not even a normie is going to be like, yeah, I'm gonna support this. Because at some point, you're going to have to course correct. That's all I'm saying. That's all I got to say about the situation on it. But, tell me what you guys think in the comment section below, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.